It'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New England Patriots.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
The Patriots at 2-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. And they go play action with May. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Check, yellow, line, cut.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
That was first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's May. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
You look at this Packers defense.
They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. Open man, Kyle Williams. He's got it. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kyle Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Another run by Bigsby.
And able to use his blockers to get this up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
30, pause, red. Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lloyd. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they were trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2nd and 10.
Clock, here we go, here we go. 45, one. Go. Swing that.
Love now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Matthew Golden, the intended target.
3rd down here.
But you look at this Patriots defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one. I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a bout of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This defense for the Packers very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To throw, it's May.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Returnable here from the 38. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, you get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Come on, set.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Bigsby once more. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Check theory.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Mega. Let's go. Flag. Smash. Red. Ready.
Throwing. Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a lane slow materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45. They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. May. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs, 55 yards. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Working out of the gun. Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Over the middle, he's got Golden. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Black ultra. Set.
Now Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Second down 10.
Black shot. Here we go. Set.
Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
First down 10.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Packers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Sharks got it, left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot of...
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
10 cycles. Huge yellow. Smash, red. Ready?
Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
They run for it with Bigsby. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
To throw now, here's Love.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Edo blue. Cut, cut.
Love looking to throw it. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Red, yellow. Let's go now. Red, 45, white, blaster, 6, mega, drill, green, white, ready.
Love from the gun. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A big gain on the play, but it brings up
White,
4th and goal.
Green jack. Claude red. Hut.
Operating from the gun. Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Still fighting.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd down and 6 now.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3rd and 5. Throwing here is May.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Antonio Gibson as the first half is winding down. And the Pats will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point now for Borregales.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ultra. Go up 52 blue. Check.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Matthew Golden
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
10 black. Ready.
Love from the gun on third down. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
From the shotgun, it's May. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's taken in by Golden.
Getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a first down.
Here we go, set.
A gain of 14.
Back to throw. Love. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Packers.
Going back to Love. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on second and long. Love. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Black ultra. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Love. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for no field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hey, here goes that. Hey, what's that? Hey, Garfield.
And they go play action with May. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Ashton Davis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here's May.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the Packers' 47-yard line.
To the air, May. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Here goes that. Hey, what's that?
Five.
They'll throw with May.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The offense on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries, not good. This is 3rd and 9.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 33. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, Parker, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Ready.
6-yard line.
Black, blue, striker.
Back to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Green, close, 10. Come on, set. Black, black, ultra. Set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Well, it was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Packers!
Matthew Golden,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And they'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
To throw, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well. Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Henderson running straight ahead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6. What's that?
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Black, yellow, 22. Hey, green. Set.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Down, red, yellow, black 40, ready.
Back to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
He's got a man, complete. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
What's that?
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Patriots, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road.